to build the gap, we needed jumpstart in technology, and we need to acquire technology from others. And we had no hesitation to go and then build that partnership with various spacefaring nations. We worked with France to build the first of the liquid engines. Then we worked with Russians. We worked with Americans. And we learned in the process in terms of building engines and systems. And today what we have, we owe quite a bit to them. And we have no ashamed of telling that. And we reverse engineered, or rather we engineered and understood how those things were built. So in that process, we created huge knowledge base within the organization. The people in the organization, though they are not coming from IITs, I know I used to say this, they are not coming from IITs, they are coming from engineering colleges which are more local, though IITs are local organizations, but I have no shame in telling that. They come from many other institutions, but we trained them to skill them, upskill them to become great engineers and scientists. And they created the knowledge which is needed to work on such complex systems. Of course, in terms of the quality, there is another aspect which we realized internally, that space systems are not tolerant to even the minutest of defects, because it will show up as great explosions, which are very colorful explosions and fire shows. Now, we have seen many of them. In the early part of my career, I have seen quite a bit of such failures. But failures quickly taught us that you need to be understanding the systems which you are dealing with. You cannot make massive systems with large margins, and we cannot allow for deviations to creep in. So we created systems to handle design, we created systems to handle quality, we created processes to ensure that again and again and again. And this is far ahead of the industries that actually we talk about in Indian industry. Many of these practices that you follow in industries today were created in the organization 70s and 80s. And because of that, when we dealt with industries who are building systems for us, we realized soon that they were learning from us, not the other way. So the processes that created internally enabled us to build very reliable and safe systems, which saved our face much later, that we have stories of success that we can be very proud about. And in terms of the softwares that we built, we had seen many glitches and failures in building complex systems. And millions of codes that goes into building rockets and satellites, all written and developed internally within the organization. All the technologies that we built in terms of satellites and launch vehicles today are done internally by our own people, not outsourced. So this outsourcing concept of building complex systems is not followed in ISRo. Everything is done internally. But then once that is done internally, developed internally, it is not being done in terms of manufacturing internally, but it's taken outside, and industries are encouraged to develop and co-work with us in terms of building these complex systems over a period of time. And both of us got benefited. Industries got benefited in some way, and ISRo also got benefited in terms of building large number of systems which are definitely in front of us. But that while I received this award, I want to thank the entire fraternity within ISRO who has been the pillar of strength for the organization. Thank all of them. But I have one message which I resonate with all the earlier speakers. I think what is in front of us and how we should respond to the changing geopolitical situations that are looming in front of us in terms of the challenges, especially the domains like high technology. This is the time where we need to look at us much more carefully. I think I fully agree with Sri Balaji when he talked about our neighbor. I think their progress is phenomenal. As a scientist, I have been watching them for the last so many years. We have seen substandard journal papers coming out of that nation in the universities 20 years back. But today they are able to produce the world-class scientific outcome out of every laboratory. Why they are able to do that? Today, our connect between research institutions and industry is very weak in this country. I think this is something which we need to transform in the days to come. The progress in scientific technology development in many areas, not just space, but in all other areas, will happen only through the connect between academic institutions, industries, and public sector undertaking. It is something very, very important. I think this is the next step of upscaling our innovation culture within the organization. I also want to tell you that IIT Chennai is doing fantastically well in terms of that connect that is needed. I congratulate them for getting the award this time. I think this is to be replicated not across one IIT, not the 23 IITs, but across many, many other education institutions, including private universities. This connect has to become stronger. Second is our ability to invest in high technology area must also increase. I think the industries today are very risk averse in terms of investing and creating high technology work. Everybody is scared. For example, I was in ISRo and wanted them to invest in space sector. Many people are not willing to invest because they don't see quick profitability, the long gestation time, and the profitability being low compared to many other sectors. The issues are many in high technology domain. Of course, it requires a governmental intervention to support in case they don't make it successful. But then this risk averse is actually stopping us from making progress. If you want to really make jumpstart in domains of technology, as Sri Balaji said, we need to have industries who are willing to invest at least some share of their strength into high technology domain. And I'm very sure about the skills of people like us in India. I think we will be able to overcome the challenges that are in front of us in terms of the high technology. And the only way to move us from the positions of economy, wherever we are today in third, fourth, or fifth, it doesn't really matter, to the higher level will happen only when we use technology as a tool to scale up our economy. Not by trade, but by becoming innovative, by creating technologies that will go into products and services and which actually fetch businesses, which will feed back into the research and development as a cycle. I think this is the next step that we need to happen, and it had to happen across domains. Let it not be in space, but also in electronics, materials, production of services and systems. Even in tooling, for example, China, they have fantastic capability in tooling. We have been discussing this. One of the focus and thrust that the government today is giving to manufacturing, I think this has been announced recently, that manufacturing is going to be the next focus area for the government. I think this is a great thing for community like us in an AQR. When we discuss that, this is going to receive huge support from the government in the coming days, looking at the geopolitical situations. I think all of us should prepare ourselves to be ready to take on the next plunge, and wish all the very best to NAQR for recognizing so many people who I don't want to name once again, but thanks to put me also in their community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next, we would move to NAQR Schwingstetter Award for Outstanding MSME Organizations. I request Mr. Kodandaraman to come forward to share the highlights.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged to read the citation. Thanks. NAQR Schwingstetter Award for Outstanding MSME to Sri Balaji Castings Private Limited, Chennai. Citation. Sri Balaji Castings Private Limited was founded in the year 1984 as a gravity die casting facility by the late founder and managing director, Dr. K. Vellachamy. The company is based at Chennai and currently managed by their two directors, Mr. V. Stalin and Mr. V. Lenin, responsible for administrative operations and operation management, respectively. Over the last 40 years, since their inception, they have grown well and established multiple plants across Tamil Nadu, including Ambattur, Gumadipundi, Karnodai, Osur, and also at Rudrapur. They specialize in aluminum die casting products and serves a wide range of industrial, including automotive, energy, healthcare, and defense. Sri Balaji Castings have elaborate machining facilities too. They have achieved customer recognition and awards for quality, delivery, and collaboration from Hitachi, GE Healthcare, and outstanding performance from Ashok Leyland. We, the members of National Institution of Quality and Reliability, takes immense pleasure in presenting the NAQR Schwingstetter Award for Outstanding MSME 2025 to Sri Balaji Castings Private Limited, Chennai, on this day, the 29th August 2025 at Chennai. Signed by Mr. S. Murali Shankar, National President, Dr. V. Swaminathan, Convention Mentor, and R. Sriram, Convention Chairman. Thank you.
but the applause is very low. Please clap for the awardees. I request the recipient to share a few words.
Good morning to all. Thank you, all the delegates over here, and thanks to NIQR for selecting us for this award. And it was really inspiring from the people, over here, the senior people who really who took forward India in this manufacturing sector to the next level. And they are trying to inspire the next generation, and they are showing the way what is happening globally. As Mr. T.K. Balaji told, obviously China is into the next level in manufacturing, and we need to take not the incremental steps, as he said, a long way to go, and we have to think big. So the globe was every country was trying to have China plus one strategy, but India was the real good destination for that, with the young generation and the workforce, the competent workforce what we have. So the need is the leaders should be really taking risk, and they should think big. So we invest a lot and take risk, and we take this country into the next level. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Most prestigious award next, NIQR Ashok Leyland Award for Outstanding Organization. I request Mr. Bharani Perumal to share highlights of the awardee and the organization.
Good morning to all. I am very happy and proud to announce the citation for NIQR Ashok Leyland Award for Outstanding Organization to RSB Transmission. RSB Transmission Limited, founded in 1975 by visionary brothers Mr. R.K. Behra and Mr. S.K. Behra, has grown from a modest entrepreneurial venture into a global respected engineering powerhouse in the automotive sector. Over the last 5 decades, the company has been a symbol of Indian manufacturing excellence, producing high-quality drivelines and automotive components that power vehicles across continents. From its humble beginnings in Jamshedpur, RSB has built a world-class infrastructure spanning multiple plants across India, Mexico, and the United States of America, backed by state-of-the-art technology, robust R&D capabilities, and relentless pursuit of quality. RSB's journey reflects the best of the Make in India spirit, combining indigenous ingenuity with global competitiveness, building capabilities that create value for customers, employees, partners, and society at large. the National Institution for Quality and Reliability, NIQR, and Ashok Leyland are proud to confer upon RSB Transmission Limited the NIQR Ashok Leyland Award for Outstanding Organization 2025, represented by Sri R.K. Behera, Chairman, and Sri S.K. Behera, Vice Chairman, RSB Transmission Limited, India Private.
Thank you, Bernie. Let's bring the award here. Recipients are waiting, and we are also waiting to clap and accept their success. Being an outstanding organization as a whole, it's not an easy journey. I know, we are waiting for the tea time. We will be back with the tea and reboost our energy in another 10 minutes time. Help us with that. We will move on to I request the participants to remain seated. Your good name, sir. I request Shankaranarayanan sir to share a few words.
First of all, on behalf of the entire RSP family and with the owners or the founders, I would like to thank the NIQR for this excellent award and a great recognition, and the distinguished leaders on the dais, friends here. RSP Transmission was started in way back in 1974. It was formed in 1974. 1975, the first organization was developed in the eastern part of India, Jamshedpur. Okay, so many people doubt. In fact, until I joined, at that time also people said, "Eastern part, why are you going?" I am from south, and I moved to west. From there, I moved to the east. So people said, so here is an organization, here is the leaders, both R.K. Behera and S.K. Behera, who started with the very modest way. They started with in fact, R.K. Behera used to tell me that I started with 75,000 rupees, this whole business. He is an engineering graduate from NIT Jamshedpur, and then started his career, supported by his brother S.K. Behera. Both of them joined together with a clear vision to be the most admired organization with a significant global presence. That's the reason why we have 16 products, 16 plants in India and 2 plants outside of India. There furthermore 2 more are upcoming. So there is a continuous growth which has been focused by, and quality is a prime objective. So there is no compromise on quality, no discussions on quality. So always R.K. Behera used to drive quality. That's the reason why we got 3 of our plants are Deming awarded, and 5 of our plants are TPM Excellence awarded. So we have been practicing TQM and TPM consistently and continuously in our day-to-day life. PDCA has been real, and a classical example of that when we moved from a component manufacturer to a system manufacturer. So the primary thing which we did is created our own design and testing center. That's I designed. So with that, we moved into products like prop shafts, axles, transmission or the gearbox assemblies. So we went into many products. And today, in almost every product in India at that time when we entered, the MNCs are the market leaders. And I would proudly can say that RSP has moved into #1 position in most of its products, whatever it is supplying today, competing with these so-called MNCs. And another great trait for RSP is that we believe in people. Okay, one of the slogan is the responsibilities or the dream. So, in fact, we believe in people. We encourage people. Somebody said, doing mistake. So, Mr. Balaji said, doing mistake. You should not be afraid of doing mistake. Here is a company which has proved that we did some mistakes, but we have come out of that, and it has gone to such a level that we have become a market leader in many of our products and continue to grow, and we have taken an ambitious project of reaching 10,000 crores by 2030. So that's the goal with which we are working. And thank you very much once again for providing this great award, and we are honored. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. We request the recipient of Outstanding Service Organization to share a few words. I invite Mr. Sridhar Venkat, the CEO of Akshaya Patra, to share a few words, sir. Welcome to the podium, sir. We deserve applause.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and all the members who are attending this wonderful function. On behalf of 2.35 million children, which we feed every day, and about 10,000 hunger warriors who ensure that these children get fed every day, I would like to thank NIQR for selecting Akshaya Patra for this prestigious award. I would like to just give two examples from our organization. Many years back, I went to a remote school in Uttar Pradesh, near Mathura, and I went to visit the children there. So the headmistress was there. She came to receive me. So I asked her, I want to go to the school. So she said, this is our class. So I told her, where is your infrastructure? So she said, she showed me some place where buffaloes were there inside. And the class was happening under a tree, 1st to 5th standard. And she told me something very insightful. She said, rain may come, shine may come, teachers may come, teachers may not come, but Akshaya Patra meal comes every day, and because of that, children come every day. When we reached the first million children mark, I was very curious to know what is the impact of what we do on the life of a child. So this boy came to my office. He was a grown-up guy by the time. From our first school, we started with 5 schools and 1,500 children way back in the year 2000. This boy was son of a security guard, part-time security guard. He used to get about 40% marks in school. Most of the days he used to faint in class. So I asked him, what happened to your academic performance after Akshaya Patra came to your school? So he said, my attention span went up. 40 became 60 the next year. 60 became 80. And in 10th, I scored 92% marks. I had forgotten, but he remembered that we had given him a scholarship to study 11th and 12th. With that, he studied 11th and 12th. And in 12th grade, he scored 97% marks in physics, chemistry, and maths. He had got a big white envelope with him. He said, I went on to do BTech in computer science. And today, I've got an offer letter, 30 times of my father's salary. And he said, my father no more works, and I take care of my siblings. That's the power of a meal, which I used to take it for granted. Because someone who comes from a home where you have mother to cook, or sister is there to take care, you have resources to buy. We take meal as granted, but there are millions of children in this world, in this country, who go to bed hungry, thereby missing out on benefits of education. So our vision is no child in India will be deprived of education because of hunger. We have also launched recently a morning nutrition program. In less than 1 year, we have scaled up to million servings a day. Many years back, I was speaking at the IAS Training Academy in Missouri, and one young, freshly minted IAS training officer asked me this question. You have this vision by 2020 to reach so many children. What do you want to do by 2040? So I told him we want to close down Akshaya Patra by 2040. Because by that time, this great Mother India should not need that our children are getting fed every day. They should be so self-reliant. That's the mission of Akshaya Patra. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you, NIQR, for this wonderful recognition. It motivates us to do more and more. Thank you so much.
NIQR is pride in recognizing your noble services, sir. Next, we would move to NIQR Award for the best student team in quiz competition.